Hey everybody, today we're going to talk about the physiological effect of stress between stress and heart health. So imagine that you are stuck in traffic and you're late for an appointment, a really important appointment. You might start to feel your breathing quicken. Your heart might start to race. You might feel your muscles tensing, or maybe you're even feeling like you're having a heart attack. Has this ever happened to you? This is what's called the fight or flight response to stress. When this happens, chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline start getting pumped into your body to prepare it and make it ready for action. This is something that's really beneficial for the body when we're in an emergency situation, for example. Maybe when you're in your car, maybe the car in front of you all of a sudden explodes into a fire. This fight or flight response stimulates you or triggers you or prompts you to get out of your car and away from the situation. Or if the situation prompts it, to be able to help the person in the car. Whatever it may be, it's those hormones that have been produced in your body, that flight or fight situation. However, when it just happens due to any kind of a stress level, then it's not necessarily productive. It's more counterproductive for what its purposes are. People who feel a high degree of stress in their lives are 27% more likely to develop heart disease. It's comparable to smoking like 5 cigarettes a day. There have been studies done where women and men with multiple divorces, this increases their risk of a heart attack similar to smoking or to someone having diabetes. The risk of heart disease is increased by 20% with those who are worried about losing their jobs. Now, it's not just those who are worried about losing their jobs, even those who are happy in their jobs. Their risk is increased. Why? Because they still have a level of stress. That work, home, and life balance is very difficult to maintain. And then there's constant stress. So we're talking about a chronic, constant stress going on here. So what is the link between stress and heart health? Here's a few things. First of all, stress increases inflammation in your body. And we know that inflammation causes a lot of things, but specifically to heart health, it can increase high blood pressure. It can promote plaque growth. It can loosen plaque. So then it breaks off and triggers blood clots. So we know if one goes to the heart, that's a heart attack. If one goes to the brain, that's a stroke. These are things we would prefer to avoid. Stress in itself also contributes to poor health behaviors. And it's these poor health behaviors then that contribute to the higher risk of heart disease. So what are these poor health behaviors? Well, one of them would be lack of sleep. Because when you're worried about something, it's more difficult to sleep, right? So then if you don't have enough sleep, what happens to your energy level? It dives, right? It also contributes to a reduced interest in exercise. So rather than use it as an excuse to avoid activity, use it as a stimulus or as a reason to actually get out and exercise, because exercise can help reduce stress. You might lose interest in good food choices. What happens when a person is stressed out? They either binge eat or they don't eat, and when they do eat, it's comfort foods. And let's just face it, those are not things that are going to help with heart health. So, your appetite's affected, the food choices you make can be affected. All of this can affect your heart health. And if we're not selecting the right foods, what happens to your body weight? Typically, if you are a binge eater or you are just not eating, you're eating your comfort foods, those are things that have high calories in them. And so kick your healthy weight out the window. It can affect your mood. So a person who is under the stressful situation could be irritable. They can become forgetful. They can become depressed, which could be another reason why you don't exercise, why you're not eating properly, all kinds of things. It can also encourage people to be involved in very unhealthy habits, such as smoking, indulging in more alcohol than they should be. And these are all things that can affect heart health. So there's much more to how stress can affect heart health, including our moods. I mentioned a little bit about moods, but there's a little bit more to it that I'll be including in my blog later this week. So if you want to catch the rest of the story, be sure to catch my blog when I publish it. So now go. Have a great day.